You know, every so often you buy a piece of equipment that you look at and you think they've really thought this design through. Well, that's the case with something I picked up at the photography and video show at the NEC last week. It's made by a company called ShiftCam. It's called a SnapGrip, and it's aimed at all of the people that are using their phones to create content for the internet rather than use a traditional video camera. Now, trying to use a phone for video, they are brilliant, but there are certain limitations. So SwiftCam have come up with this handy little grip that gives you the ability to hold your phone a little bit more easily and start and stop recording. Well, that's fantastic. Nice thing about this is I don't need to adjust anything. I don't need to clamp my phone into it. I don't need to clip it on in any other way than like that. It's using the MagSafe connection on the back of my iPhone to magnet straight onto the hand grip. If I want to use it in portrait mode, well, that's no problem. All I have to do is magnet it in that way instead. Well, I can see myself quite clearly on this, and of course I could be shooting towards me or away from me, but wouldn't it be nice to have some sort of little ring light to just bring out the highlights in my face a bit? Well, they thought of that too. I can snap that either onto the back of the phone or onto the back of the grip, and if I want to, I could turn the little ring light up and brighten myself up a bit. Well, that's really clever, but what if I didn't have the grip with me? Well, that's no problem. The ring light can snap directly to the back of the phone instead. But I want to shoot away from myself now. No problem. I can use the ring light like that or like that. Well, that's great, but now I want to record a time lapse. Wouldn't it be really handy to have some sort of little tripod that acts in the same way? Funnily enough, they've come up with one of those. I can snap my phone onto it using MagSafe, portrait or landscape, and not only can I film myself, I can adjust it a little bit. Not only can I film myself, but I found it really useful for watching films as well and talking to people on lengthy FaceTime calls. Well, that's lovely. I can still use that with the ring if I want to, because the ring light will snap onto the back of the tripod. You might think, well, it's not a very big tripod. It's useful for a grip, but it's not great to mount something permanently. If I unscrew the legs off this, on the bottom of this little arm, I've got a standard 3/8 inch screw, which I can mount to any standard tripod. Just really find it nice to think that somebody sat there in a meeting room with a bunch of other people and they made a list and they've come up with something that really does its job, really does it nicely, and it's incredibly effective.